welcome back to another tutorial. This is going to be going over the meal dashboard in the Team Workspace template. So as you know, you will find this under the Resources tab on the home page. We'll just go ahead and click on that. Okay, so what you're going to see here is first I have just a shopping list page that is included for you with some to-dos. You can change this however you need to. You might choose to maybe add different categories of things, so maybe produce, or maybe this is like you want to add a meat list. You can do different things down here below and categorize it. You can do it by the store that you're going to, however you need to do that. But this is a shopping list that will be shared with your team or with your staff so that you can all see it, so that maybe you are a field director and you are staying in a different building or house than the students. Maybe your intern also that has access to this can go in and add in things that they know at the house that they need, cleaning products, things like that. And then you can see that when you go to do the shopping. So this is a centralized shopping list that you can do. So I'm going to talk about just how we manage meals for our team. This may be different for you. You can customize this however you need to, but I'm just going to go over it for how we do it. So the meals here, this little calendar thing you hear, this database view, is linked to the calendar. If you watched the calendar tutorial, you'll know that on every event there is a different there's a property here for the type of event that it is. It's either special, recurring, or it's a meal. So you can see here on the meal dashboard that this view, whether it's a month view or a week view, is filtered to only show events in the event database that are tagged as a meal. So that way you're not seeing everything else in this view. You can only see the meals. You'll also see that on properties, I have made visible the location, the point person, and the notes. So when we are planning a meal, when we've got a meal on the calendar, we make sure it's typed meal. We'll put in the location, of course. Of course, this will also have a time. So let's say we're eating at 7 o'clock. All right. So for each meal, usually we assign somebody to cook for that meal. So about a week in advance, we'll have the students submit a recipe that they would like to cook over the next week. We'll assign them on a rotation of meals. So maybe each night it's different. It's somebody different cooking. But usually a week in advance, we'll have them send in their recipes, and we will build a grocery list from the recipes that they send in. So when a student is assigned a meal, what you'll do is, of course, you'll need to have the event created. And usually every person, again, this is an event in your event database, so you need to make sure that every person is selected in this person's category so that this meal will show up on their calendar. The point person, as I talked about in the calendar tutorial, is somebody who has a unique responsibility for this type of event. And so in the case of a meal, it means that this point person is going to be the person who is assigned to cooking for that meal. So when I click point person, say that I am making Eva responsible for cooking this meal, there is a place on the local or on your team member's profile for meal assignments. So let's click on team member 1. You'll see my meal assignments. So as soon as I have selected this person as a point person for a meal, that meal will show up on this little spot on their profile. And it's filtered by meal. It's filtered by where they are listed as the point person, and dates that are after yesterday. So any future meals that are upcoming that this person is responsible for will show up on this filter view here. Okay, so what we usually have our students do is as soon as they are listed as the point person for a meal, they'll come in here to notes and type out, maybe they're going to make some turkey sliders. Okay? So they'll do that, the name of the meal, the type of meal that we're eating, just the title. And then here in the body of the page down here, they'll either add the link to the recipe, or they'll copy out the recipe and paste it into this page, or they'll copy and paste the list of ingredients that they need. But any recipe, anything that you'll need to know will just be deposited here. And they'll just put the name of the meal that they're creating right here in the notes section. That way, when I go here onto the view, onto the meal view, I can see, okay, Friday dinner, Eva's responsible for cooking. It's at Caleb and Eva's house, and she's making turkey sliders. So that's how the meal dashboard works. If you have any questions, please let me know.